In this video, I'll be opening up the Korean version of Single Strike Master, also known as Ilgyeok. Let's get going. Alright, so today I'll be opening up another booster box of Single Strike Master, but today it'll be the Korean version. So pretty much the same card list as the Japanese and Taiwanese versions. However, this is the Korean version, so this means that there is no guaranteed secret rare, and also the card stock is very different. So this will change the value of Korean cards versus the Japanese or the Taiwanese cards. And of course too, with that being said, I do want to make mention again that the Thai version of Battle Styles or Single and Rapid Strike Master have been announced. So there's no confirmed release date just yet, but there are official images of the pack art and some cards in Thai, so that's super cool. Once I do have a confirmed release date, I'll be sure to update you guys with a video. And of course, on to today's chase cards. I'm still looking for those alternative artworks of Urshifu VMAX Hyper Rare and also Tyranitar, you know, the sleeping Tyranitar. So hopefully we'll pull that today, and if not, hopefully Bruno, if not, the gold card. So let's see what we get today. Before we get started, please make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more multi-language Pokemon openings. Let's get going. Alright, so in front of us we have the booster box of the Korean version of Single Strike Master, which also translates to Ilgyeok. And of course, I actually already opened the Rapid Strike Master, the blue version, for those who don't know the name. Feel free to check out the link in my description if you'd like to see that opening, since I know a lot of us have favorites of this set. But I'm very excited to open this box today. Hopefully we'll get that Tyranitar. Also want to point out, so if you take a look at the box here, it's covered in plastic, and of course here it translates to Sword and Shield. This obviously says Ilgyeok, and each booster box has 30 booster packs with 5 cards per pack. I also wanted to contrast this with a Sun and Moon era booster box. We have here Dream League. I just wanted to show you guys how it's sealed. So of course there's one big piece of tape here that seals it. That's how you know it hasn't been tampered with, and of course it's officially licensed by Pokemon. Whereas the Sword and Shield era version boxes usually have a plastic casing, so they have changed it up. But again, that's just to make sure to show you guys it hasn't been tampered with, just like with the Japanese boxes. And without further ado, I'm gonna get started. So let's break that seal. Very excited to see what we get today. And you know, I know I always say that Rapid Strike Master is my favorite, but I do like this set too, because especially of Tyranitar, and also it has a lot of good trainers as well. But look how bold that pack art is. Oh my goodness, just as bold as the Japanese version. But once we hit Battle Styles next month, that's when the pack art will change, of course. And I can't really say if there's like left side or right side trends with secret rares, and that's another thing too. We don't even know if we're going to get the secret rare, so hopefully we get it today. Are you ready, Jay?
I guess so.
Let's get started. We got Galarian Slowpoke, Salandit, Lickitung, Mustard, Single Strike Stance or version, and Galarian Slowbro. I like that card actually. It looks really cool as a dark type. So it's going to be dark and psychic, I believe. Or dark and poison. They've changed it entirely. I'm so used to it being psychic and water. Morpeko, Mankey, Purloin, Electivire. Oh, and there's our first holo. We got Aegislash Sword form. Very nice there. As you can see too, the Korean cards have yellow borders if this is your first time watching the open Korean battle styles. Had lots of fun with Rapid Strike Master, also known as Ilgyeok. That's the Korean name. And I think it's really cool that they all have different names, you know, Japanese, Taiwanese, or Korean. We got Drampa. But I know I get a lot of questions asking how do the Chinese cards compare with the Japanese / Korean / English. So one easy way to remember things is the Taiwanese and the Japanese cards have very, very similar card quality, whereas Korean cards have their own card quality, and so do the English cards. But the English cards will be very similar to European cards. But one thing I wanted to show you guys, we got our first VMAX. We got Urshifu VMAX Single Strike. And just to show you guys too, the backs are very different for Korean cards from the Japanese cards. But the texture is also a bit thicker. I don't know if you guys can really see it on camera. And it's a bit more saturated, don't you think, cameraman?
I think so.
I'm really happy we pulled another Urshifu. So hit the like button for Urshifu, the pack mascot of this set. But yes, usually from what I've seen with Korean booster boxes in the Sword and Shield era, you're guaranteed around 2 VMAXs. So very happy that's one of them. Let's see what the other one is. Hopefully we get a regular Tyranitar V. I do like that card a lot. I think the V card art is very nice for that. But I also have a little Tyranitar plushie behind me, thanks to my friend Cookie Bombs. We call him Timmy. But yeah, I think I see a V card. Our first V card maybe. Zubat, Pignite, and oh, we got Mimikyu. I still need to get the full art to this, which is really, really cute. My friend Collect Pokemon did pull it in Chinese, so very happy for him. And lots of holos coming our way too, but let's see what we get. Still need to get Bruno. I do have the rainbow form of him, but I do want the regular full art. I just think trainers look a lot better in their regular non-hyper rare forms because it captures their true colors, you know what I mean? Not in terms of personality, just what they look like.
I'm not really a big fan of like the rainbow cards too much.
Yeah, let me tell you though, the quality of rainbow cards have definitely improved greatly since Sun and Moon era, but I just think in terms of concept for trainer cards, they're much better as their regular colors. And we got a Houndoom holographic. Very nice. I like how it has I don't know if you guys can see, it says Ilgyeok in English text, but it's the Korean name for single strike. And they left out the master. They can't just fit it all in one logo. But almost done with the first pile. And we will see where the secret rare lies. Again, just fun to know if it's towards the front or towards the back of the box, rather than saying whether it's on the left or right side of the booster box. Because I don't know if you could really see, but the Korean booster boxes are oriented vertically, whereas Japanese and Chinese boxes are oriented like horizontally, like they lay flat. But the Korean boxes will be standing up, which is pretty different. And we have Bronzong with yellow borders. I'm so used to seeing it with hollow borders. But again, Korean cards are 100% authentic. There are fakes out now, I think, of the Astonishing Volt Tackle cards, but they're obviously different. They're a lot more glossier. I believe there's no texture, and the booster boxes don't look like these booster boxes. They look like deck boxes. Like they're smaller and thinner.
That'd be good for a comparison for people. If we could find fake ones, that'd be good for a comparison. It's
actually harder to get fake cards, in my opinion.
Harder to get the fake.
I do want to get fake cards of Korean cards, not to like lie to you guys, but to just show you a comparison so you can really see for yourself what the fake cards look like compared to the real ones, because not all Korean cards are fake. There are real ones like these, and we have here Single Strike Uarosu or Urshifu V, not VMAX, but super cool. We got both of them in one box. Hit the like button for Urshifu. I just like to celebrate Urshifu because it is the mascot.
Viewers, what's the Korean name of Urshifu?
Uarosu. I just said, yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Just in case anyone missed it.
A little bit hard to say for the average English speaker. It's a lot of vowels in one word, but when you practice it enough, it eventually comes through. A little bit difficult, but I think it's the same name as the Japanese name too. But I get the name too in English, Urshifu. The name sounds like Ursi, or it's like or Ursa. It's like a bear in Latin. That's what that relates to. So it does make sense. We have Colossal. Actually matches the yellow borders there, because of the flame. Matches color wise. Okay, we're about halfway done. Just one more pack on this side, and then we'll dive onto the next pile. So hopefully we get that secret rare, but let's see. We're definitely getting a bunch of hits, which is great. Say like every other pack has something, whether it's a holo or a V card. Wait, another Urshifu?
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Repeat.
I rarely ever see
repeat.
repeat.
That doesn't really happen with Korean boxes.
That rarely happens. Wow. All right, another Urshifu.
I don't really get many repeat V cards with Korean booster boxes. So that's pretty interesting, honestly.
I've never seen that before, but sure. I'm happy with it. not gonna be upset. That's especially good if you're building a deck and you need like multiples of a certain Pokemon. That would actually work out. Another Colossal. Oh, I feel like they just like put the same packs in repeatedly. But let's see. I mean, I hope we get that secret rare. I'm just praying for that sleeping like stuffed Tyranitar after Thanksgiving, because I think that's just super cute. Hangry Morpeko. Speaking of eating, Bruno and Primeape. I love the intense attacks that these card art show, especially when they have the Ilgyeok label. Super cool. And those labels will still continue in Matchless Fighters. You'll still see the RENGEKI, Ichigeki, or Ilgyeok, Yongyeok, depending which language you're opening. Golbat. Oh, Tapu Koko. Kapu Kokokok in Korean. It's I just see a lot of like Hangul with like the sound, so it's very a lot of consonants in that name. But yeah, there you go. That's the Korean name of Tapu Koko. In Japanese, it's Kapu Kokeko. So a little bit different, but very similar to the Japanese and Korean. Well, Korean and Japanese names are very similar. Spupa, Purloin, Vivillon. Oh, and Phoebe. I did pull that in Japanese, so I'm very happy about that. But still need Tyranitar. That's why I'm still opening these packs, and I will continue to open this series in different languages until I get what I'm looking for. And also to show you guys, what the different languages are like. It's just a good way. Oh, there's our second VMAX. Another Kapu Kokokok. It actually looks really nice in Korean. It's very bold.
Very saturated.
Because after opening the Taiwanese or Chinese and the Japanese sets so much, it's like, oh wow. You can really see the difference after a while. And I better put these in hard cases before they bend.
Oh yeah, for those who don't know, Korean cards bend.
They tend to curve whenever you leave them out for too long. It's mostly the cards with hollow foil. Like these regular common cards won't bend, but something like this, eventually if you leave it out enough, it will bend. This is a very nice hollow of Meowstic. Actually, like even with the yellow borders, it looks pretty nice. Okay, and also for one example, I do have a card here. So I have a Lily. I think this is from Dream League. But yeah, just to pull it out for you guys. So you see how flat this is, right? And then you see how curved this is. This is what happens when you leave a hollow foil card out in Korean for too long. So be sure to put it in something like a top loader after, you know, you pull it. Otherwise, it's going to be like that forever. Just some education for you guys in regards to Korean cards. But that can also happen with promos with like cosmic foil. I've definitely seen that with those like promo hollows they give you in blister packs in English or even French or any like European or South American language. So just be aware of that. That can happen. And a lot of it has to do with humidity. I've even seen Japanese cards tend to bend or curve whenever someone lives in a very humid environment. So just please keep that in mind. Take care of your cards. I don't think though it affects grading at all. Oh, that's a nice Entei. Very nice with the yellow borders actually. I don't think it affects grading because it's not like there's a print line. It's not like the surface is ruined in any way. I'd say it'd be worse if you physically bent it and made a crease. But I don't think, please also don't like take my word 100%. I haven't heard anything about curved cards affecting grading. But if you have, please let me know. I'd love to know. I'm trying to learn more about this because I get a little hesitant sending anything curved like that. All right, we have a few more packs. Secret Rare, are you going to come out today? I hope so. We still have 6 packs left. There's still a good chance. We've been landing some hollows and some empty packs. So let's. Oh. And we got a Stoutland. It's not a Tyranitar, but it's actually a very colorful puppy dog. No, big dog.
Nice.
But there you go. There's our secret rare. And also just to show you on the back again, it's also flat. It's not curved yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and store this accordingly. That's not
curved yet.
That is a freakishly like rainbow card. I like it though. It's almost like a disco. all the lights going on around it. Card. I like with secret rares though, or full art cards, like how bold the silver lining is around the card. And it's so bold. So oh yeah, and also to show you guys too, just to confirm with you that it is a secret rare. It says 78 out of 70. So just to prove to you guys. All right, you're going back in the sleeve, and then you're gonna go in a top loader after this video, because the last thing I want to see is a curved full art card. Kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Okay, there you go. I don't have to sweat anymore, but the journey continues. I might have to get more Korean boxes or Japanese boxes to find those secret rares. All right. We have 4 more packs left. There you go, not 3. I thought it was 4, but these packs are so thin. Sometimes you just have to peek a little extra because sometimes you'll miscount it. Mawile, Lickitung, Gliscor, Traveler's Kit. I just call it Traveler's Kit. And Houndoom holographic. All right, 3 more. Let's see what else we can get.
Yeah, this has been a fun opening.
I like it so far. I'm just happy we got a secret rare because sometimes it doesn't happen.
I definitely learned something from watching you do this.
Right. And the secret rare came towards the back-ish part, I believe. Okay. If I oriented that accordingly. I'm sure I did, but I'm very also happy with the VMAX cards. And of course, we'll do our final review so you can see all the pulls in one place. And you can get a good idea if the Korean version was the type of box you'd like to open yourself. And I'd say the quality of the cards have definitely gotten better. They're not as sticky as they used to be. They're still sticky, but
I remember you saying that they used to be sticky.
Like they'd stick to each other. I think that's more so if the cards are like a bit older and they've been sitting in the packs for a while.
Makes sense.
Because it's like you don't know if it's been in some sort of humidity, etc. More Pico, Firo, Cacnea, Electivire, and Single Strike Energy. All right, so that's all the packs. I'll be right back with you all. All right, so we're on to our final review. Overall, very happy with all the pulls today, especially we did land our secret rare. And just to repeat for those who missed it in the beginning of the video, with Korean booster boxes, you are not guaranteed a secret rare, which is also one reason why Korean booster boxes tend to be more affordable on top of the different card stock. Again, Korean cards will have yellow borders, whereas the Japanese and Chinese cards, even Thai cards, will have holographic borders. So that's one big difference. So lots of hollows. Now onto our major hits. We have our V cards, Tapu Koko V, Urshifu Single Strike V, another Urshifu V. So we have Mimikyu V, so a total of 4 V cards, just so you can see. And we have our Urshifu V Max, Single strike, of course, Tapu Koko VMAX. Super, super cool. I actually like how bold this is. And last but not least, we did land our secret rare. So very happy about that. We have Stoutland V.
Disco card.
Yeah, right? Disco card. I feel like I'm going to go have a good time right now. But yeah, so overall, we have 7 hits in total. Honestly, almost on par with Japanese booster boxes. So
Getting better.
Sometimes Japanese booster boxes have between like 7 and 9 hits. With Korean booster boxes, not that many. But today we had a very good box. So just wanted to help illustrate you guys how Korean boxes tend to look like. Again, we got lucky today. Secret rares sometimes do not come up. If you ever encounter that, please do not get upset. That's just how Korea market things. You know, just how the States market things differently from Japan. It's just Korea does their own thing. So again, that's why Korean booster boxes tend to be more affordable compared to Japanese or English booster boxes. But overall, I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed today's opening, please make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe if you'd like to see more multi-language Pokemon openings. Stay safe, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.